it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Malinopka map, and it's lordjohndel from Line Clan, and he's in the Mouse, the tier 10 German heavy tank. It's one of the original tier 10s in the game. It's been nerfed and then buffed and then nerfed and buffed, so it's still a viable tank. It gets used in clan wars. It's still got good armour, but gun sort of a bit one of the weaknesses, but it's still compensated for the armour. The armour's pretty good, but you need to angle to stop penetration from your enemies. The lower front plate is one of the main weaknesses as well, but you can also shoot the cheeks of the turret. Anyway, I'm not going to do a Death Lord approach, which is to go straight across the map. He's coming to this area here, which is pretty common to put an I-7 in Clan Wars battles. It's very hard to dig out tanks there. So he's got quite a few targets here he can attack, and he's just put a shot into the grill at 15. Alright, just waiting for a few more brave tanks to try and shoot at him from up there, and you can see what he's doing here mainly, well, apart from back and forward motion. That's more about the arty. So about chat 155-58 on the enemy side, so moving around will help potentially miss a shot, but the main thing here, keeping his lower front plate hidden. It's a pretty narrow weakness actually, but there you go, he's been shot on the side of the turret, I would say, by that 107 on the hill, and then as he turned his turret, got shot from the other side, so a bit unfortunate there. It's the enemy Mouse using APCR, but he's currently using his standard AP shells here, so it's a full tier 10 battle, so he's obviously got confidence that the targets he's going to shoot at will fall to his standard rounds. In any case here, he's a bit of a bait tank here. He wants basically them to try and rush him, and there you go, EPA 105 spotted as soon as he came up there, takes a hit, ducking and diving, but he lost a bit of his health there, but now he's lighting up some targets, and there's the Mouse now. As you can see the outline here, he's angled in terms of where lordjohndel is, so that one just bounced off. And let's switch to his APCR rounds here. Give him a bit more penetration. Still looking for targets. There we go. G780, no problem going through the side of that. Just slowly bringing up his damage total, and finally blocking a lot of shots here, so just blocked a big shot from a grill of 15 there. You're getting a bit of attention. That spot he's in is pretty good for spotting tanks, but obviously with my tanks you need to be able to... Here he goes, just destroyed the EBR 105 that was trying to give his own EBR 105, but yeah, but that position here you can spot tanks over there, but it's about to say in your own tanks to be able to shoot them, so it can be a pretty hairy position to be in if you get pushed. But this is where lordjohndel can help a little bit if he can get his gun on that area. Now he's in sort of third person mode here just to keep an eye on all the targets, and you don't want to get tunnel vision in this particular area. So let's see if we can get some more targets here. Certainly nothing presenting itself yet, but he's almost blocked the total hit points of his own vehicle, so that's the armour standing up. There we go, EBR finally goes down, 907, gets a shot into, but he gets shot by Patch at 25 Ts. Every move he makes, he's got the potential of being shot at, potentially from two angles, so he does have to be very careful here. But starting off with 3440 hit points, that indicates he's running hardening. It does beef up your hit points as well as gives you a bit more protection for things like tracks, etc. And protection against HE, so it's definitely worth using on heavy tanks. Better certainly than small liner, so it doesn't slow down your vehicle quite as much. And there's the Artie again. Does stun his crew. And that's why we can't hear the engine so much. It's giving the effect of what the stun happens. That's the Batchat again. There's a multi-shot magazine there, so hopefully he's deciding that this is not the ideal. Takes another shot from the object and the 780, takes him down to 745. This is not the rate you want to lose your hit points, so he re-angles himself. And just backing away again to take up some of these targets. Does block the next set of incoming rounds here, so he's blocked now 5k of damage. And hopefully the Artie is on reload, so you can take this sort of thing. So here we go, enemy mouse coming towards him. This is going to be a bit of a test. So you can see the lower front plate was where he aimed just now. He's using his premium rounds, but he's angling quite well against the mouse, but he's managed to hit him in the cheeks of the turret, so he's going to give him the glove back again. Just looking, trying to get his gun to bear, and the Artie comes into it again. He's on 119 hit points. It's just a fraction of what he started out with, but you know, if you can survive and keep going, that's exactly what we're going to do. So, unfortunately, bounces the next round into the other mouse. But what he's trying to do is just keep his turret angled, and there you go. He's managed to bounce the incoming round, and the enemy mouse also being taken down and in fact being destroyed. So, a bit of luck there. His team finally contributing. That's brought him up to 3.7k of damage, and he's now blocked 8k. This is just pretty amazing, but he's also picked up just under 4,800 assisted damage here. That's from spotting effectively from his forward position. So yeah, it's going to be interesting here. Will he get patrol duty or scout award? It's quite possible. I haven't seen it done. So now just chilling behind the rock here. He's had quite a few of the targets taken out. Gorilla 15 is dead. The Batchat 25T still around. Puts a shot towards the IS-4 up there, but not sure. He just went dark as the shot was in flight, so could be a blind shot coming up. And if so, that would take him to over 4k of damage. So, a bit of an exciting game so far for lordjohndel. A lot of bouncers coming in, make a lot of noise as you've been hearing. So we're playing this from his point of view. So now just waiting for a few more targets to be lit by his own team. They've lost their EBR, so they've got no light tank. They've got one medium tank left. The enemies, and he's on very low hit points. And in fact, there he is there, on 477. So he's making the run along the waterline to get up to the spot where the EBR was last active. And hopefully he can get some spotting done. His own team just losing health quite rapidly. There's definitely tanks on the hill. And one of those would be the Batchat 25T for sure, because we saw him shoot at lordjohndel. And okay, well the IS-4 has been taken out, so they've got no heavy tanks left. That's a bonus. And the 90 taking hits as well. So that's from the side of the map here, and you can see on the mini map there strip and an object 268 just in front of the camp area. So knowing that they're both there, the 907 and the Batchat probably still on the hill, gives him the opportunity to basically take a different position. Anyway, finds the 268, puts a nice shot in turn, just even though he's turning, and there you go, he's bounced the Batchat 25T twice, and can he put a shot into the Batchat? Yes, he can. And the Batchat, certainly aiming at this range, is not going to be all that reliable, and in fact he gets taken out, focusing too much on the mouse, trying to take him out. But unfortunately, the 907 on his low hit points has been taken out by the Artie, so the team's got quite an advantage here. They're double the hit points and got 5 tanks in advantage. really sort of been pushed back by particularly the arty. Now they know that the 2 TDs are on the other side of the map. That's giving them a lot more confidence to go and basically hunt the arty, see if they can take them out, and then just close in on the TDs. So Lord Johndel just looking at where the heavy tanks are going, and needs to make a decision to try and light up that 268, which he should be able to do. In fact, there you go, they found the arty and taking him out, so that's just the 2 TDs left, and now he can safely proceed. Now if he was going to be spotting the 268, he's going to get spotted himself, and that would have basically made him the victim to the arty, so good decision there. And here he's driving at an angle to where he thinks the 268 was, so that's good thinking here. Turns his tank now, and still keeps his turret at an angle in case the 268 turns around, and not enough. The Striv 103B spots him, but as he does that, the Striv gets lit up, and he's about to go. Yes, he is. He's gone. So now it's just the 268 left. So this is going to be a win. And does he pick up any more assisted damage? No, unfortunately he doesn't, and he didn't get any more actual damage, but he's ended up blocking over 9k of damage here. Anyway, we'll have to see whether he gets some blind shots, but this is definitely going to be a win. 268 is going to be dead in a second, and there he goes. Alrighty, good win there, good play, very interesting tactic. Let's go and have a look. Right, well here are the results. 4752 direct damage, so no blind shots there unfortunately. Got 1 kill, which is the EBR, which was a pretty good takeout. 4967 of assisted damage there as well, so a total of 9.7k of combined damage, and that's given him the second mark of excellence on the mouse, so nice progress there. Now he's also blocked 9170, but yeah, hasn't got a steel wall award, so potentially he yeah, didn't meet one of the requirements for that. So, but he did get the Confederate medal for damaging more than 7 tanks that were then killed by his team. So actually 6 tanks I think you need to shoot before, or damage before your team kills them. All right, so about the team score, well, he's finished on top of experience, and essentially finished on top with damage too. So the next closest damage was the Panzer E100 with just over 4k, and the Object 261 with just under 4k. So it's some plenty good output there from his team. The enemy team, the Object 907 actually finished on top with experience, so must have picked up a fair bit of spotting damage there. And Object 268, they managed to shoot at the end, did just under 4k, and another 907 did over nearly 4.5k. So, but obviously giving up a lot of spotting damage there because his EXP was fairly well down. So interesting game. It was actually, yeah, pretty in the balance there for a little while, but they managed to pull it through, and certainly helped by the performance of Lord Johndel. So let's have a look at the detailed report. So 14 shots fired, 12 of those hit and 10 of those penetrated. Didn't have any reserves running or missions running, so with the repair costs, because he did lose his whole vehicle, the ammunition cost and his consumables, is meant a net loss of 11k, but that's a pretty minor price to pay for a great game there, and certainly the MOE showing that he's making really good progress on that side as well. So great game there from Lord Johndel. We hope you liked it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It certainly helps it get more exposure. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.